Welcome into 23 ABC Sports. I'm Carrie Osep. After a bit of training camp and a bit of preseason, the boys of Bakersfield are ready to officially get their season going this Friday. The Condors will be on the road to open the season for a doubleheader against the San Diego Gulls in Irvine. Head coach Jay Woodcroft was also back on the ice this week with his team, who he's been excited to work with, as the roster is a mix of some familiar faces, but mostly new young ones. He feels the leadership on the team from the returners is already having a positive impact, although they haven't announced their new captains this season after losing Keegan Lowe and Josh Curry in the offseason.
As excited as we are for those former players to move on and find their way with new organizations, we're also excited about the new players that are in front of us. And I think we're going to have a strong leadership group this season, headed by guys like Brad Malone that have been here for a while. And, you know, they've done a lot of stuff off the ice to try and bring our group together. And we're just going to try and build on things on a day-by-day basis.
Woody also reflected how 11 months off the ice reminded him, along with his team, just how much they love hockey, a focus he'll use throughout this 40-game season.
When you have something that's taken away from you, you spend a lot of time reflecting on what's important. And when you get the chance to do it again, you make darn well sure that you're going to make good on it.
The team is already thirsting to get the season started, just as we are to seeing one. Puck drops for the Condors at 7 on Friday, with their fanless home opener set for February 12th. After months of people from across the state of California urging for a quicker return to high school sports, Governor Gavin Newsom had remarks on that earlier today in a press conference, saying that he has hopes of making a compromise for returning youth sports. While he shared his sentiments on a return, he didn't lay out any details or acknowledge changing the current guidelines issued by the California Department of Public Health, which currently restricts high school sports from coming back based on tiers, with cross country being the only one that could return right now as a season 1 sport in the purple tier, as he also highlighted track and field, a season 2 sport. Liberty's head track and field coach Ryan Renz gave his thoughts about the lack of progress nearly a year removed from the shutdown of the 2020 spring sports season and the biggest impact it's had on him.
The fact that you can't have a genuine conversation with a kid one-on-one in person, man, that's why we all got in this gig. Yeah, that's why we coach, that's why we teach, and that's been really, really hard. And I think that's the one thing I'll take away is I'll never underappreciate the kids.
Renz is hopeful for a track and field season, although unsure what it could look like. And the Kern High School District is set to meet in the upcoming weeks to make a determination about allowing cross country to start, since the district is currently on pause. That would be the first high school sport allowed since the shutdown. Meanwhile, Cal State Bakersfield recently got the green light to return its spring sports to campus for competition, and already the softball team has opted out of its season. While some of its athletes wanted to play, the majority of the ladies on the roster did not want to return, forcing the tough decision of opting out, since they wouldn't be able to field a full squad with those who would compete. Head coach Chrissy Buck-Ziegler called it a heartbreaking decision, but said the health and safety of her team will always come first. Just goes to show how different the opinions are of returning sports even 11 months after the initial shutdown. For 23 ABC Sports, I'm Carrie Osep.